Hi, I'm Sydney Bradka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is June 23rd, 2021, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Senecropi and Janelle Bradshaw, who is the creator of a very exciting new website that is going to help all of the Finger Lakes, I must say. Today's show is brought to you by Cafe 19, located in Seneca Falls. It is at 20 East Baird Street, and it's going to be a beautiful day today. So they suggest you come hang out on the patio and enjoy something yummy. Their Wednesday lunch special today is a mandarin orange chicken salad. It's mixed greens with toasted almonds, New York State apples, slivers of mandarin oranges, red onions, and cucumbers. It's topped with an orange soy glazed chicken breast and served with a citrus poppy seed dressing.
Not your average chicken salad.
Not your average chicken salad.
And anytime Casey makes a chicken salad, I usually get it because she just puts a special touch to it. So like in the fall, she usually makes a cranberry chicken salad. And I saw yesterday, I wanted to go, but I couldn't make it. Their special was egg salad.
Oh, yeah.
With bacon.
Yum.
Mixed in on a croissant. So, there's always something different there. They have their regular menu, their daily specials, their daily soups, and it's really, really good. Always good.
They said you can check out their Facebook because they have new specials every single week. So that's always something great. But we want to officially welcome you to the studio. We're very excited to have you today.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Seneca Falls native, just like us.
Yes.
Minders grad, just like us.
I think she said she knew all of our family. You know, as soon as you walked in, she knows everything about us. So that could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. But why we brought her on today is because you have came up with something that is just like a need in the Finger Lakes. And the website is called FLXmusic247.com, correct?
That is correct.
So, I mean, maybe the title gives it away, but I would love for you to give us a little bit more information about this new website.
Thank you, Sydney. I'm Janelle, and I have created a one-stop shopping. It's not a shopping. It's a one-stop source for live music in the Finger Lakes. My true goal was just to be able to elevate music and the venues in our area and provide locals and visitors an easy way to find out what's going on. So I just had to do it. I myself tried to find music all the time. I'm friends with lots of musicians. I'm a musician myself, and I would go to different websites or Facebook pages, and either I couldn't find it or I couldn't remember, or I'd see someone post something and said, "Hey, this happened last night."
Right.
You're like, "Oh, I missed it. Dang." So I've just been hustling to try to put together a website that's easy to use and easy to find.
And this just launched actually
like
the
less
11th,
than 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Right?
The 11th,
so this is brand new.
Brand new.
And you made a good point. Like, I know my family is super into the live music. We love to find a place that has live music. And you're right. Sometimes you're like searching on Facebook. You're searching different places and you'll see it and then you won't remember where it is. So, like, how common sense for you to just put a huge calendar out there, and it's not just for like Seneca Falls, Waterloo, Geneva. It's spanning all of the Finger Lakes, correct?
Right. The range I set was essentially Canandaigua Lake, west to Auburn.
Okay.
Down the lakes, including Keuka Lake to Hammondsport, and quote the southern tier, some Naples things, Watkins Glen, Ithaca, and then up the east side of Keuka Lake as well. And then
awesome.
I did offer some Lake Ontario venues as I find music up there, because there's some new breweries and wineries in Wayne County as well that could probably use some help.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So what made you want to start this? I know, like you said, you were searching for everything, but did you have a background in music? Was this something that, you just thought of randomly that you knew the FLX area needed?
Well, I am a musician, and I've played in a lot of groups around the area, mostly community groups like the Seneca Falls Community Band. I've been the president and an active member in that group for years.
What instruments?
I'm a trumpet player.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
One of my mentors said, "Well, can't you do something with music?" And I'm like, "Well, there's not a huge market for trumpet players. I can't feed my family, on live gigs playing the trumpet."
Unless you move to New Orleans, like
there's
trumpet players down there.
I could get the tips on the street. But, but you know, after COVID hit, many of my musician friends went from making, you know, side gig money, because essentially most musicians, even if they play every weekend, it's not a self-sustaining business.
Right.
They went from having that income that they depend on to having none.
Right.
So I watched that happen, and that was quite, you know, disturbing to me, because there was really nothing that you could do to help them. They were just going to miss, you know, however much money they would make from playing music, not to mention the joy of making music with other people. And I also considered the you know, the area of businesses also lost a tremendous amount of foot traffic and income through the year. So I had an interview for a job, and it was a hospitality director for a local winery, and the feedback from the owner was, hey, you know, you're really great, you have great skills, and it'd be really nice to add you to the team, but you don't know anything about wine or food.
Oh, geez.
And I'm like, oh, I guess not. So I'm like, I asked myself, what do I know? Yeah. And I know, you know, I know about music, and I have a lot of friends in the area that play. So I'm just like, let's get these guys back to work. Let's get the scene organized. I hope to be able to strategically place bands to draw fans.
Awesome.
You know,
well, I tell you that the timing's perfect to launch on June 11th, right about the same time the governor kind of reopened things, and now everybody's booking and filling up, and we're getting ready for an actual normal summer. And you know, with all the things that go on here in the Finger Lakes in terms of you know, the wineries and the distilleries and the proliferation of the breweries, and we becoming a food destination, we can also be a music destination. There's so much live music, and you know, it's the type of thing that certainly residents are going to seek out, but also the tourists that come to the area. If, you know, the Finger Lakes, I think, could become known as a music hotspot as well.
Well, that was my thought exactly, Jim, because I'm not a huge wine connoisseur. You can only drink so much beer. You know, if you go someplace, the wineries and breweries are so unique because they were created by people with a dream, really.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they've created this beautiful setting in the Finger Lakes, a rural setting where it's quiet, beautiful. There's so many unique touches in all of the different venues. So when visitors come, what is better than just having live music with it? But if you're not a wine drinker, come for the music and drink the wine. If you're a wine lover, come for the wine and hear the music. Yep. Either way, it's a win-win.
Absolutely. And like you said, breweries are popping up, even like cider places around here popping up.
Yeah, there's so many new like genres of or verticals of that type of stuff, and you know, the music, the live music kind of fits.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, and one thought I had too is that there's a lot of up and coming musicians as well. So there's really room for everybody. If you're a brand new winery or a brewery, you don't have a large budget for music, there's a lot of artists that, you know, can fit in your budget and your space and sound good and give your, you know, customers an experience that'll make them come back.
I think it's great that you're not, like I said, you're helping us. You're helping the people that are looking and going out wanting to have a good time, but you really are helping the musicians as well too. So like moving forward, will you be like letting musicians apply to be on this site? How will it work? You said 500 to 600.
I have 600 gigs loaded
gigs
right now.
already.
Yeah, I was looking through, and it was my first thought was like, wow, I guess live music is back after the pandemic, right? Because there's so much going on. Like, you could literally any day of the week for the next couple months go on there and have plenty to choose from. So that was my first thought. And then, you know, I started looking just as like, oh, geez, maybe I'll go here, maybe I'll go there. It's nice to have that all in one.
Yeah, it opens your eyes too to maybe different places that you're not used to going, like you said, in those different areas that you're so used to going to these 5 places, right. But now your favorite artist might be down in the southern tier that you didn't explore before. So it's like a win-win.
Yeah. Now you can plan your day too. Like if your friends are coming next weekend and you want to say, oh, what are we going to do? You can kind of use, you know, music as your guide and plan your day to go to different places to include those. But, you know, going forward, the site is brand new. It's got most of the functionality that I want, but there's more coming.
Yes.
I hope to this year. I'm doing everything for free, and I'm hustling it myself. Like, I'm finding gigs. I'm going out to talk to area venues to just make sure I have their up-to-date schedules. Next year, I'm going to turn it into a marketing promotional kind of site.
Awesome.
And it's the venues that are going to be more supportive of the site than the artists. The artists, if you think about it, if you're an artist and you're going to go play at, like my friends Tarps Rock Duo are going to play at Woody's today. Mm-hmm. So they put out on their Facebook page, they put out where they're playing. Woody's puts it on their website.
Right.
Who's bringing the crowd?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Tarps is hopefully going to bring some people that follow them to the restaurant. Woody's is going to capture their regular crowd that comes to their place. But other than that, I think that if the venues want more business, they're willing to host the band, then I would like them to do a little bit more marketing to draw attention to the band. And on the site, I'm not sure if you saw, there's a few spots where it says hot shots for people to see and hot spots, places to go. I hope to use those as promotional opportunities where if you have a super awesome band that's coming in or maybe you have a bigger band that's coming in that requires more fans.
There's a lot of bands that tour the East Coast that come up here, and sometimes they come and go before I knew they were even here. But you're right. It's I think it really behooves the venue to promote these live. And some, I think Buttonwood Grove does a pretty good job. There's live music there every Friday night, and there's some that kind of recurringly, you can expect it if you go. But like I was just pulled up on the screen, Friday night schedule, and I think there was 20 something,
just about
20 something options for this coming Friday night.
And there's not just. What I love that I saw on there, too, is you made genres a thing. It's not just like, hey, this is live music. You don't know what type of live music it is. I think that's awesome because it even narrows it down to someone who's like, okay, now I want to go see some country. I want to go see, some classic hits.
That'll be a lot more robust next summer, Sydney, because I'm going to spend the winter months contacting all the bands and getting a full band bio, photographs, links to social pages. So if you go to see a band, you can follow them. Yeah. Also YouTube samples so that you can hear what kind of music they play. This year, if I wasn't sure about what the type of music was, I mean, I've been going to Facebook to look up the bands and trying to be as accurate as I can be. A lot of things are listed as acoustic solo or acoustic duo without any specific genre. So I always recommend this year, wherever you go, you always check the venue's website before you go. And if you have time to look up the band on Facebook, and kind of get a feel for what they're like.
Yeah, so absolutely. Now, I was thinking about the research you had to do in order to create this website. Were you just going out to a bunch of your favorite spots and seeing, how long has it been that you've been doing this? Because at COVID, you couldn't really go out and see all your favorite bands, but in the past, I'm sure you've spent some time at some venues to make you start thinking about this.
Well, I put this together in about the last 60 days.
Holy moly.
I had the idea, and then I just jumped off the cliff. I mean, I had some help from Greg at Finger Lakes Creatives with the site. I designed the logo myself, but he made it digital for me.
Of course.
And I have another awesome. You probably can't see it from here, but I have another awesome logo. And then I just started looking. You've seen the Wine Trail maps.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I took the Wine Trail maps and started looking at everybody's webpage. Yeah. And that's where I really noticed that I knew stuff was happening, but it wasn't listed anywhere.
Of course.
And so then I just started doing more and more research and reaching out to different places. And then getting, as soon as I got some of the people that I know, they knew what I was doing. They started feeding me information too. So.
Awesome.
And I'm adding more every day.
Yeah. That's a lot of information. Like you said, 500, 600 gigs already up there. That is a lot.
Yeah.
And do you have some favorite spots in the area?
Oh, I do. Well, one of my favorite bands is the Cool Club and the Lipker Sisters. And if you haven't heard them, you have to. That's truly my kind of music. They call it jive, jazz, boogie or something like that.
Sounds fun, though.
And,
a little throwback almost, a little bit swing type of.
Yep.
Ooh.
And they're a really entertaining show. The Cool Club, musicians are firmly established musicians, and they're awesome. And then the Lipker sisters are young ladies now, I think from like 26 to 21, and they are so engaging. They each are unique, and they do some solo acts, and then they do some really close harmony stuff. They're my favorite, so Ooh. I follow them a lot of places. I was at Two Goats last weekend. I listened to a unique gig from Ithaca, slinging jokes and singing notes, and it was just a man and a woman. He was a comedian and she was a singer, and they did a really fun show. A lot of crowd interaction, and the view down there is to die for.
Yeah, Two Ghosts is amazing. I was actually, when I was looking through, I saw that there were some shows there. Where do they set up the bands? On the deck there?
Yeah, right on the deck.
Okay, I got you. So you're right outside with the whole lake.
Man. That's amazing. Yeah, that is pretty. Then I was trying to picture like that deck, and
they have a side deck now.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah, the inside of that is tiny.
Yeah.
Compared. But really one of the coolest places. I remember the first time I went there, I was like, wow, I can't believe I've never been here before, because it's amazing.
We spent a long time there on Mother's Day, and they were so accommodating because we had such a big group. They said, like, keep you guys outside in separate tables. We can keep you here and not, like, turn you away, which was awesome. So we gave them lots of business throughout that day, which was really great. So Two Goats is one of your places you like to go.
And they have good beer there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's that. So, like we said, moving forward, there's a lot to be added to the site. Yeah. But right now, people can go on there. They can pick a genre. They can obviously go to the map or go to the calendar, pick what day they want, and as soon as they click it, it'll drop down and have every single thing.
And people can contact me already. I'm going to be adding services for weddings. Like, I'm going to be collecting wedding ceremony musicians, so that if you're doing a destination wedding in the Finger Lakes, click. And you can find what's out there. I'm also going to add a teacher directory, so if you're looking for a teacher, a music teacher, that we can connect those people. Because lots of times you're like, who can teach my kid how to play piano? And you get one or two recommendations. And so I'd just like to add a directory to help connect people that way as well.
That's great. That helps people in so many different ways. My family is super big, like I said, on live music. So, like, I have a feeling like some of them will literally have this tab starred, like homepage saved, so we can check every weekend.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be great for musicians.
Well, that's the cool thing. Like you said, if you're making plans for the weekend, and now you can actually go to one spot and see all your options instead of searching, like Janelle said off the top, going to all the different Facebook pages and and then ultimately probably missing something, that you might have wanted to see.
Oh, my goodness. This is so exciting. And then for the most part, most venues are pretty much back to normal with, what it looks like you said, having 20-something different live music places on Friday. But for the most part, it seems like they're all functioning, letting live music happen again.
Yes, yep. And the regular venues they're fully loaded for the whole season, so I'm proud of them for that. That had to be a pretty big job for the different venues to reach out and grab the musicians and get them going.
I'm sure.
There's also another new spot I'd like to highlight at Sampson State Park down in Seneca Lake. It's called Live at the Vista. If you haven't been to Seneca Lake Park, Seneca Lake Resorts is now down there, and they've added a bunch of cabins, and they've renovated the pavilion. And so if you go down there, you're basically watching sunset on Seneca Lake with live music. They have beer and wine and a food truck down there.
Amazing.
And Zerica Suffredini, a local musician's playing there this Friday night.
Perfect.
So that should be a great show.
Oh my goodness!
It's free entry to the park too.
Yep. What they've done there is pretty impressive.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go.
I'll have to check that out. Like I said, I say that on every show. I think I'll have to check that out. People just blow my mind every week with how much there really is to see in the Finger Lakes, and it makes me feel like so small, like I haven't done anything, and I need to be better for the Finger Lakes.
Yeah, I'm hoping the young people will find it a useful source as well, because I think a lot of people are in your situation where you're young, you're in the Finger Lakes. No, there's no clubs.
Right.
Yeah, there's no good bars to go to if you're a young person, but maybe you'll get in the habit of going out from 6 to 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
already there. I am literally already there, and I think it's, like I said, the rest of my family, they are used to that, but like we just talk about it all the time. We go a lot of different places, but there's still so many more to explore. It's just, finding that driver. We got to have a driver to our destination. So someone has to bite the bullet and actually be the DD, which is hard sometimes in my family.
Well, you never know. Maybe one day there'll be an FLX Music 24/7 party bus.
Oh, there you
go. I am going to hold you to that. That would be so great. I've seen that in other places, like when we travel to New Jersey and stuff. A lot of their places have their own party bus, and I think it's so smart. Get that moving. But I do want you, Jim, to tell us, with this weekend coming up, what's the weather going to be like for all these live music events?
Well, it's going to heat up a little bit, be more summery.
Perfect.
And with that comes a chance of rain. But the weekend looks like a mixed bag. But overall, no reason to cancel outdoor plans. Just kind of keep an eye on the radar. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 85. Be a little windy with the wind coming out of the south. And then overnight into Saturday, mostly cloudy, getting down to only 67. So the air conditioners will probably be fired up again this weekend. Saturday, high near 85, mostly cloudy, 50% chance of showers. So again, it's probably going to rain, but it's not going to rain all day. It's probably not going to be any extended type of rain. You might just have to dodge a little bit. And then Saturday night, the low stays in the 70s at 71, and the threat of rain continues into Sunday morning, which will be partly sunny with a high near 87 on Sunday, and again, 50% chance. It's just that summertime deal when temperatures get up into the 80s, you're got a chance of pop-up showers and thunderstorms. And then the heat continues into next week, partly sunny with a high near 86 on Monday, but a better chance of rain on Monday, 70% chance. But it's early still. But this weekend, typical summer weekend, a little like you might have to dodge a few showers, but no reason to be too concerned.
No problem.
Unless you're going to Punta Cana and just getting out of here, and then you don't have to worry about dodging showers. It never rains there, right?
Oh, no, that's not true. We'll probably have some showers, but it did look like it was going to be a little bit rainy here this upcoming week. But that doesn't stop you from the live music because most of the people have indoor space to have their musicians too. So it's just as simple as like if it was too rainy, you just move those people inside.
So why don't you let everybody know you're going to Punta Cana. You already got married, as people can see whenever we put your name on the screen there. It's not Rogers anymore. It's
Radka. And, technically, legally, it's not, because it was going to be harder to travel to Punta Cana because I was worried about COVID and whatever. So I am still Sydney Rogers, but I go by Sydney Radka. It will be changed.
But you're going to have a wedding down there again.
Yes,
a second wedding, right?
Yeah, because COVID, there's no rules. And they ruined my real wedding, my big, 350 plus people wedding. And to try and accommodate everybody, we did ceremony here with family. Now we're having a party week with whoever wanted to come. We ended up, I think, with 64 people that are going. I love that. I wanted to have the 120 because I wanted to prove everybody that I could do it. But COVID, people are like, you can't get that many people. You can't get that many people. I was like, you don't know my family. But COVID, obviously changed that. And then when we come back, we're going to have one more party for the people that couldn't go to either of them, just like a pig roast, just to top it all off. We have very much extended this celebration, but why not?
So you'll be gone next week. I'll be back in studio Wednesday with Catherine Chase for our Wine Wednesday. Do you know what she has planned?
I don't. I think she might be bringing on a special guest, but I'm not positive. She wouldn't tell me as much details because she's mad.
Well, I'm sure next Wednesday at 11 a.m. you'll wake up from wherever you are.
Do you want me to try and zoom in and call you guys from the beach? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, you guys probably be like, all right, get this annoying girl off the thing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend. What are you guys doing this weekend?
Any plans?
I'm playing, I'm playing Friday night down in the People's Park with the Seneca Falls Community Band.
Oh yeah, is this the first one? Yeah, that's always great because nice summer night in Seneca Falls. You're strolling downtown. You can hear the band playing. It just sets the scene really nicely. Friday nights in Seneca Falls when the community band's playing there, it's really nice in the summer.
I think it'll bring out a lot more people too, because like we said, things are getting back to normal. People are ready to come out, and atmosphere of like sitting with a blanket or a chair out on the lawn listening to music is beautiful. Like,
and it's right at the bandstand, so you have the Bailey Bridge. It's just in the Women's Hall of Fame. It's just a perfect place for that type of thing.
We usually get about 70, 75 people down there, so it's really a nice venue for a mixed age group. We have lots of families with kids and lots of senior citizens come down. We have a loyal following of community members. So
that's awesome.
And the band's pretty good.
Yeah, the band's good.
I must say myself, is that the only thing you have going on this weekend?
I think I have to check the calendar.
Yes.
No, I'll be going to see music all weekend, and I laugh at my own self because I'm like, I have used my own calendar to figure out what I'm going to do. That's
amazing. So. Why wouldn't you? I mean, how else are you going to find it? That's what it's there for. You did it for yourself, but you also have done it for many, many people. I know it's going to be beneficial to so many musicians, so many people around here, and I love the idea.
Thank you, Sydney.
Love it. Jim, do you have anything exciting going on?
Friday night, Finger Lakes 1 is live streaming the Minders Academy graduation. Yay. 147th commencement at Brockfield, so I got to be there to do that. But that's actually fun to do. I know most of the kids that are graduating, and it's kind of cool to be able to be there. And to stream it to everybody who can't be there. But we did it last year. It was really important because of COVID. They did 2 sessions, very limited. It was strange, but this will be a normal graduation.
I was going to say, can they have do they have a limit on who they can bring or anything, or is everything kind of?
I think it might be 4 per person, per student.
Good thing we got it. Good thing we're there to help because. Yep.
So I'm doing that Friday night, and then my pool is actually operational now. Finally.
Yay.
So good for that. I got to do a couple things to finalize that. I'm going to play golf. I'm going to go to probably out to eat, and
maybe you should check the calendar and see if there's somewhere you could eat that actually has live music right there too.
Oh yeah. No, I was looking at I was more looking at next weekend. I think this weekend I might not fit, but next weekend's wide open. So if and there's a few bands that I recognize I've seen in the past that it's been a year. Things that happened 2 years ago, to me, I always say like last year. Remember last year? No, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but
it
seems like this,
times.
Like last summer, 2 summers ago was a normal summer. So I've caught myself saying, yeah, remember last summer when we did that? They're like, no, that was 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
Because we kind of lost a year.
Yeah, we really did.
But, there's bands. When I was looking through the FLX music247.com calendar, I was looking at some bands that I hadn't seen in a while, that I had seen before. So and it can help you almost plan in advance, so you can plan your month, and then because one of the things that's actually I think graduation parties go to this weekend and every weekend for the next month. So we'll see how that works out too. But yeah, it's good to have options. We have options again.
We sure do. But already we talked that long, it's already that time for us to leave. Like you said, we want to say one more time, it's flxmusic247.com. And if people have questions, do you have an email address or something on the site?
Yes, I do. It's in the contact button. There's my email, and I welcome any. I also have a Facebook page, so if you can't find me at .com, you can find me via Facebook and Instagram, and you can message me there as well.
Perfect.
So,
well, thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck. I think it's great. And like I said, we were using it already. So
I look forward to using it for the rest of the summer. I'm very thankful for this. It was so nice to have you on.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Sydney.
Nice to officially meet
Jim.
you. Yeah. And thank you, of course, everybody that was watching. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Jim will be back next Wednesday for Wine Wednesday. And until then, I hope everybody here has a great weekend in the Finger Lakes.